Welcome, everyone, to another episode of the Digital Divas, the Interview podcast. I'm very happy to announce that today I have the amazing Caroline Naylor-Renn. She's not with me in studio at Innovation City. Caroline, where are you dialing in from?
I'm in my office in Bree Street in Cape Town.
So not very far from where we are. We are on Kloof Street. Are you staying warm in this terrible Cape Townian winter weather?
Well, I'm originally from London, so this feels like home to me.
Oh, that's a wonderful way to look at it. Fantastic. Caroline, I've read up a little bit about you, and I think that you're actually quite remarkable. And I just actually can't wait to see what you have in store for Digital Divas, because, of course, you are actually giving a masterclass, which is fantastic. But I want to know, you have a degree in geography, right? I mean, like, what made you in high school go, gee, I really like stalactites and stalagmites. Maybe I want to have a degree in geography. Tell us a little bit about that journey.
It is so funny. Everybody asks me that question every time I meet somebody new. And yeah, it does seem a little bit odd. But to be honest, it was because I didn't know what I wanted to do. So I decided to do something I loved. And I love geography. I love travel. I love science. I love all the things that you learn in geography. And so I just went ahead and did it. I didn't have a career plan. I didn't know I wanted to be in financial services at that stage. So I just followed my heart and did something I loved.
Amazing. And obviously, not only, when you do something you love, you're actually damn good at it, because, you pivoted from geography to financial services. Tell me about how that happened. When did that happen? How?
So when I finished my degree, I moved back to London, and I literally, back in those days, this is how it worked. It makes me sound very old. I just answered an advert in the newspaper, and there was a financial advisor in King's Cross who was looking for an assistant. So I applied and was lucky enough to get the job. And then I've just spent the last, 30 years working my way through almost every operational job in financial services and learning all about the industry.
But I mean, okay, so I know you're in the C-suite now, you've founded companies and things like that. But what was it about because I mean, not everybody thinks finance is sexy. What was it about this that really pulled you into it?
Well, I think there's just so much to learn. It's helping people to grow their wealth and have a financial future of freedom is one of the most exciting things you can do as a job. And it might be a little bit intangible because we're not, selling a product that you can wrap up and hold in your hands. But to be honest, I feel like my role is really important. I have to, I can help people find investments interesting and make it not quite so scary, not quite so boring. And that's what I think our industry needs, because otherwise people just ignore it and, they shy away from their financial planning. And so for me, that was what it was exciting. I had to learn a lot, and it is a complex industry, but I learned something new every day.
Amazing. In 2019, you were recognized as one of the International Advisor Top 100 Most Influential People in Global Wealth Management. Wow. What did this recognition mean to you, and how has it impacted your career so far?
Well, it was obviously a very great honor, especially when your impact is acknowledged on a global level. It was fabulous. And really what it means to me is that it gives you the confidence that you're doing the right thing. That's what it meant to me is the things I work on and the way I do it, and the way I lead, must be the right thing to do. So that's really, why I was so pleased to get the award.
Fantastic. And congratulations to you. You've established and managed digital investment platforms in 10 countries. Which country had the most financially savvy people?
Well, I mean, that's one of the fun things about my career is every country is different. And the customers are different and the people you work with are different. There's cultural differences everywhere that I've worked. And I would say what's fascinating, the difference between customers in the Middle East versus in Asia versus Europe is the way they engage with investments. So in Asia, for instance, they love data. They love detail. They're a very gambling kind of culture. So you have to build an experience that is exciting and data heavy, and makes them feel the thrill of investing. Whereas if you do that in Europe, in most countries in Europe, that would fall completely flat. People are much more serious about financial services. They worry more about their money. They don't necessarily want to see all the data. They want just something, simple and easy, and with a brand that they trust. So yeah, every country is different.
I can imagine. And as far as men and women are concerned, who are the better, who is more financially savvy, men or women, or is it a split, or exactly how do you see it?
I probably couldn't say who is more financially savvy, but I can tell you that men do more investing. And when you look at men and women who do invest, men take more risks. So we've done quite a lot of research at 10x Investments, looking at behavior and who does what and how they do it in their investments and savings. And there's some quite shocking statistics. There's only in South Africa, there's less than 50% of women have a retirement plan. So that in itself means, that we're not getting our message across as much as we should do. And even across men and women, only 6% of people can retire comfortably when they reach retirement age. So those stats are shocking. And it means we've got a lot further to go in terms of education and also making investments accessible.
And you are the COO at 10x Investments. Everybody, just want to let you know that 10x is actually a lead sponsor of the Digital Divas Summit this year, which we are so incredibly chuffed and proud about. Thank you. It's an investment pioneer focusing on simplifying retirement investing for South Africans. South Africa, a very interesting, dynamic space. Can you tell us a little bit about your successes in South Africa with regards to 10x?
10x has always been, as you say, a pioneer in the industry. We've been going about 17 years, and we believe that investments doesn't have to be scary and boring, and that it can be simple and it can be low cost. So what we try and do is have a experience on our website where anybody can come and start to invest in a simple way, and in a low cost way, because a lot of our investment products in South Africa have very high fees, and so even if they perform well and they grow well, the fees then eat into the money that you then take home at the end. So having a simple journey and having low fees is what I think makes 10x special.
I agree. I actually was checking out the website, and it's pretty straightforward, actually, and your fees are super low. And I would suggest everybody goes and checks it out. 10x, everyone. It's online. And if you want to meet some of the team at 10x, they'll be at Digital Divas on August 23rd at Innovation City. Caroline is going to be giving us a masterclass on Grow Your Wealth, Smart Investment Strategies for Every Budget. I mean, geez, I think chicks need to know about this stuff, right? the bad B word. Can you tell us a little bit about how individuals, just a little snippet, can, with different budgets and financial situations, because really our audience is very varied and also like different ages as well, can start their investment journey and grow their wealth effectively?
Yeah, no, absolutely. The good news is it's never too early and it's never too late to start saving and investing. So whatever age you are and however much money you have, all it really means is just start the habit. And it doesn't have to be a big, scary financial plan, and it doesn't have to be with financial advice that you pay for. Literally just start a habit. So what I'm going to be talking about at the conference is about knowing where you're spending your money and then making conscious choices around where to spend your money. And I think, everybody, regardless of how much money they have, can start a little savings habit. And over time, your money will grow. and paying yourself before anybody else. Investing in your financial future is to me the most important thing to learn.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, and you kind of just want to jump on straight away, right? When you're talking to you, you're like, oh my gosh, I need to start. Digital Divas is about empowering women using tech, basically, or women in tech, anything to do with digital and tech. But what role does technology play in making financial services more accessible and inclusive, especially in the South African environment?
I think technology can be really useful. I mean, first of all, if you're interested, there's an awful lot of information out there, so you can use websites as a research tool to learn more and to educate yourself around investments. And then if you're at the position where you want to invest, you want to start saving, then a website like ours makes it so simple and so easy. You're not filling in paper forms. You're not having to go see somebody. You can do it in your own time, at your own home, at your own pleasure, and it just takes the boring stuff out. Just filling in a page on a website and then pressing invest is the easiest thing in the world.
Yeah, and your guys' website is actually that user friendly, 10x. And you said about time. Well, I'm a mom. You're a mom of 3 boys, including teenage twin boys. Wow. How do you balance your demanding professional life with your personal responsibilities?
Well, it's always a challenge, and I am very lucky. I have a very supportive husband who supports everything that I do. But I think over the years, I mean, when they were very little, my 3 boys were a real challenge, a real handful. And there were times where I had to just say, you know what, I have to be kind to myself here. I have to be a mom and run my home and keep all that going. And then you have to balance that with your career. And there were points in my career where I thought, oh no, I'm going to have to give up. I'm just going to have to sit here and be a middle manager and not push on because I can't cope with both. But actually what I learned is there's always opportunity. If you take those times to be kind to yourself and to run your home and run your kids' lives, then there'll be another opportunity coming down the road where you can then push on and be a big career lady. So for me, it's not about balance every day. It's about balance through your career and your kids' lives. And now they're teenagers, it's a lot easier. I just have to make sure the fridge is full and drive them where they need to go, and they're great fun now.
Amazing. Yeah, no, absolutely. It's nice that we do have those choices, that if we do make decisions that are later on in life, you can actually change what you're doing and completely do something completely different. And during Digital Divas, there is actually a panel called The Great Pivot. And it is a panel of women that have completely done different things. Started off just like you, started off with geography and became a financial advisor. So yeah, that's amazing. Can you tell us really, really quickly how 10x works? Okay, I want to start a retirement plan. What does it mean for me? What are the fees? How much money am I supposed to put away? Like in a nutshell, if that's possible.
Well, I can't tell everybody how to do it for their individual circumstance, but
right.
But if you go on the website, there's lots of tools and calculators that you can have a play with, and to be honest, I think the first thing to do is just to start saving what you can afford, and then go from there. Just start the habit. We've got a lovely little calculator on there where you can put in, how much you want to contribute every month, and how much you want to have when you get to retirement. And we've really tried to gamify the situation. So there's a little giraffe, and his neck grows, and if he can reach the fruit on the tree, then that means he's going to have a fruitful retirement. But if he sticks his tongue out and he can't quite reach the tree, then that means you've got to save more money because your neck's got to grow a little bit longer. So, it really is good fun. And but it tells you an important message, right? It tells you whether you're going to have enough to have a comfortable retirement. So yeah. I would encourage people to go on the website and have a look.
And people are lasting longer these days, right? I mean, we're living quite to ripe old ages, but our bodies, I don't know about you, I'm in perimenopause at the moment. Like our bodies are not coming with us. So maybe it's good to, like, put money away for those medical bills and the hip replacements and all the things. But I mean,
but there's a whole other bit that I'm putting my money away for, which is the travel and the fun and the, being fancy free.
Kids leave the house, right? You're absolutely right.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to my wild retirement before I'm looking forward to my my medical retirement.
For the pina coladas on the cruise ship. Heck yeah,
exactly.
Girl. Absolutely. Okay, for the divas attending a Digital Divas Summit, August 23rd, Innovation City, what is the key takeaway you hope they leave with?
My biggest hope is that everybody who comes to see us will seize the moment and know that now is the time to start, and to just start in a little way, whatever you can afford. Just start to save your money and then watch it grow. And that's really what I'm hoping everybody will take away, is that that you don't have to have lots of money, you don't have to know and understand investments, you just have to start.
Amazing. Caroline, thank you so much. So looking forward to meeting you in person at the Digital Divas Summit. If you haven't bought your ticket yet, please visit innovationcity.co.za/digital divas. You have to be there. The tickets are limited. Caroline, thank you very much. Any last words for our divas?
No, I'm looking forward to seeing everybody.
Fantastic. I'll see you soon. Thank you.
Thank you.